girl. Hey. Yeah.
Happy Olympics ending day.
Hey,
Happy
girl.
Olympics
You know what?
ending day.
You know what? The last time we talked, Joe Biden was still our vice president or presidential nominee.
It's only been that long.
Yeah, girl. Yeah.
It feels like that was months ago now.
Yep, girl.
Holy crap.
Dear listeners, we'd like to apologize. Debbie came. I lost air conditioning. Maim had
and I
shit
lost
to do.
air conditioning too.
Yeah,
it
has been, and in this modern world, she lives in Florida. I live in North Carolina. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing without air conditioning.
Y'all would have had a very unpleasant episode to listen to if we were both doing it without air conditioning.
I mean, I already don't like this episode. It's going to be even worse without air conditioning.
We would have started cussing each other out for no reason at all. Like, it would have just been very bad all around.
Oh, God. And my office is upstairs, so there was like nothing. Oh, God. It would have been horrible. Horrible.
No. That would have actually been a very unpleasant episode.
So what's new with you, man? What's new with you?
Let's see. Well, I started my new karaoke gig. That was super fun, singing with all the gays and the theys. And then this one very strange heterosexual woman who wears almost no clothing and tries to have sex with the gay guys at the thing is very weird. But she looked like she was dressed kind of like a video game character fighter, like her tits were right there, and she would do duets with the guys, and every time she'd do duets with them, she'd start like rubbing herself against them, and I was like, am I missing something? I'm sitting back watching like, am I missing something here? Because this is not your normal crowd for that sort of thing. And one of the guys actually had to like push her off of him, and I was like, what has happened? So yeah, it's been a unique experience so far. It has been.
I just think of the song Karaoke by What's Her Doodle. Oh God, what's her name? Or his name, their name. What is their name?
Which person?
Oh God. Who did Peanut Butter with RuPaul?
Oh, I don't remember their name. Like it was there's some like club person, right? Like peanut.
No, they're famous. They are
the Peanut Butter song.
Yes,
are you sure?
The Big Frida. Yes, Big Frida's definitely famous.
Wow, Big Frida did Peanut Butter.
Yes,
this must have been like before she got like huge, right?
No, this is while she still had the reality show and stuff.
I never really knew much about Big Frida, to be honest with
girl.
You. Like, I knew she was big, but like I just didn't get it.
And dear listeners, after this, I want you to put on the song Karaoke by Big Frida. It's okay. Her and Complicated Person Lizzo. Who I'm still not sure if she's canceled or not. So
look, if Joe Rogan can get an Amazon stand-up special, then why in the world should we be canceling Lizzo at this point, right? Like, honestly.
Sexual assault.
Yeah, but has that actually been proven yet?
I don't know. That's why I said I'm not sure if we're supposed to cancel or not.
Like, that's the thing. It's like, we got to prove it. Somebody's got to prove. Well, you know what? Today's age, y'all ain't got to prove nothing. Apparently, like that's how our entire political system is built at this point.
Well, let's not talk about that because that could get everybody in trouble. So what else is going on with the girl? What else is going on? What else is going on? I gotta kill a few minutes.
What's going on with you?
Not much, girl. Not much. That's the thing. Like I
have not seen you in 2 weeks. Ain't nothing happened in 2 weeks. Nothing.
I went to a really good Italian restaurant. Had a bottle of red and a bottle of white.
Oh my God.
Bottle of red. Bottle of white. What'd you say, girl?
But you didn't go by yourself, did you?
No. It was a family affair. Let's keep it percolated. I don't know. I'm losing it. I've lost it. Work's been stressful. Life's been stressful. But girl, you know what? Oh, and dear listeners, we do have a little tiny announcement that we're trying to figure out. We may or may not.
Oh, that one.
We may or may not have been able to purchase Ally McBeal.
Yes.
So we're trying to figure out some logisticals and what we're going to do. But I'm tentatively talking to Maim right now as we tentatively talk, and we're tentatively going to record a one thing additional a week, a small thing additional a week, just one. We aren't going to try to overdo it. Just on the day that she and I always plan to meet but never do, we're going to start doing that. and we're just going to record it without being in light drag. We're just going to record it and give it to them. What do you think about that, Maim?
I mean, give the people what they want.
Oh, so okay, this has been Baking Sugar. Thanks, bye.
Thank you all. It's been a great couple of years. We appreciate all of you.
We're going and logging off now. We're giving you exactly what you want. Each other.
Organ donor.
At this point, just spay and neuter each other.
Please do.
But no,
I like that idea.
Yeah. So, and I mean that way we can, like, I've got a big pen. It's first time. Can you see it? There we go. I've got a big pen.
Oh yeah, it's thick.
I know, it's the first time anybody's ever said that about me. But yeah. So one time, one of my friends described one of his somebody he had hooked up with. This is probably TMI. It's not about me, but is small, thick, and comes a lot. And so later on, the dude, I was drunk and I was like, "Hey, I heard about your penis." And I just said that description. She's like, "Well, that's fair," and walked away.
It's awful because I can hear you just as clearly in my brain.
Well, girl, there was another time that I did something even worse. What a dude was making out with another dude, like getting hot and heavy, and like hands going places. And as I'm walking by, I just scream out, "You better not! He has the HIV!" And I just kept on walking.
Mims!
Maim, speaking of HIPAA violations, did you know that we have another podcast? A Patreon. Dear listeners, if you go to patreon.com, Mims and Baby, throw some money, hey, Maim?
We'll never get a GLAAD award.
Oh, hey, babe.
Yes.
Oh, there's paper clips in this pen.
What?
It was in that box of like 30,000 free pens I got. Hey, babe.
Oh, it's free. That's even better.
Yeah. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have another podcast?
Do we?
That's right. We have You Slay Me, our Mercy Rope podcast. I'm just going to leave it at that for right now. So, because the other ones, they'll be coming back soon because
we're trying to figure out the other ones now because of this new development we have.
Yeah. So we'll get it all figured out, and we'll be back, and we'll figure it all out, and it'll all be great.
It'll be great.
You'll be swell. Wow. You'll be great.
You'll be great.
Gotta have the whole world on the plate. Starting here. Starting now. Honey, everything's coming up roses.
Oh, God.
Clear the deck. Sorry.
Light the lights.
You've got nothing to hit but the heights.
Wow. That could be an advertisement for Crisco at the gay bar.
Girl, I used to, my father had a Best of Broadway record. I used to play that song over and over and over again. It's the Ethel Merman version too. And yet my mother did not know I, in fact, was.
You did.
Hey, babe. Hey, did you know that we have merchandise? That's right. If you come to MrMahaffey.com, you can buy something. Hey, babe. Babe, do you know what I love? It's 5-star reviews. That's right, dear listeners. If you like what you're listening to right now, please leave us a 5-star review. This is season 5, episode 22. Friends and husbands.
I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. And that, Marjorie, just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the light went out in Georgia. The light went out, the light went out, the light went out, the light went out. And that is the night the light went out in Georgia.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
I think I'm laughing so much at just number one, the notion that the record belonged to your father. And that just makes the whole thing even better to me.
Well, here's the thing. My father never had problems with gay people.
No, I know that.
Because where else is he going to get his cocaine in the 80s from?
Exactly. Come on, Cabaret.
You know, girl, you say that, and you're probably right.
Every word. I meant every word of it. I wasn't joking.
You know, that you have just illuminated something for me right there.
As much as your family was connected to Hickory, I was not joking at all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That man probably saw the inside of more gay bars than you did.
Yeah. I can't lie. You're probably right.
Follow the white brick road, honey. Follow that white brick road.
Follow the white brick road. Follow the white brick road. Follow the white brick. Girl, do you remember? I'm not going to mention their names. The two drug dealers who used to come into Legends.
Oh yeah,
the pimp and his wife.
I forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah, I loved them. They were so nice.
I would always forget who they were, and you'd always have to re-explain it to me.
Yeah,
and I was like, because remember the very first, I was like, why are they here?
Yeah, and I mean, I called him the pimp, and he was not a pimp. He just dressed like a pimp.
He had that pimp daddy dressing up.
Like a 70s pimp, like purple suit, hat, like, yeah.
And they were always so nice.
Oh yeah, so nice. I loved
like,
them. They were great. Yeah.
I really enjoyed them. Like the wife, I mean, you could tell like the husband's doing most of the work, but like the wife used to be having a ball while she was like,
just out. Drinking and like, hey, yeah,
She's like, hey, you gay boys.
So, girl, we're at Sugarbakers. And Julia's talking to that child actress.
Yeah, she's still there.
Yeah. I love it how they're trying this out for the end of the season. Because
like, what can we do to change this a little
like she's a little white Raven Simone or something.
Mm-hmm. No,
she ain't.
No.
You know,
No,
Rudy
she's not.
got looking weird, so they brought Raven Simone on. I guess in this case, Suzanne started looking fat. Let's bring a little white girl on.
I think Rudy is growing chesticles. We've got to get a little kid back in.
Yeah.
And then she got to be growing up, and then they brought the little boy in. Like, you know.
Oh, God, I forgot.
You forgot about the twins? Like the two little twins from the oldest daughter?
Yeah, I forgot about them.
Yeah. They tried to make that happen,
to be honest with you, in the Cosby Show, that couple was the hardest couple for me to watch.
Oh, no one liked them.
Because it's like, just you're a lawyer, just accept their money. Like it was I hear you try on your own. I hear you.
No, Mom. No, for the 1,000th time. We are gonna try to make.
Girl, you went out for a second. Repeat yourself.
Did I?
Yeah, you went out. Let's repeat yourself.
I just wanted them to. Ironically, I said I just wanted them to shut up. So there you go.
There we go. So Julia has to take her driving test.
Yes.
A thing that we don't have to repeat anymore in North Carolina. Like,
why is that, by the way? I've been trying to figure out. We don't have to do that here either. I've literally been. I'm not having my license now is extended so far into the future that I'm like, okay, that seems weird.
I don't think that was a thing unless you got revoked. I thought back in the day, like you had DWI, you had to redo it, but as long as I've been alive, you didn't. Because now my drunken uncle, he a couple of times had to go back in and do the driving test again because he was got random DWIs. Turns out those 3 strikes there's a time limit on them.
My drunken uncle, that should be the name of your biography.
my drunken uncle, Girl, it's a memoir. It is not a biography because I'm going to lie. There are going to be some parts of the.
Why is this not in nonfiction? Because this is mostly lies.
And the thing is, the lies are going to be to tame it down.
Yeah, because nobody would believe the truth.
No. So I told the futon story to a coworker, and like we were having a kiki. He's a gay man. He was talking about some embarrassing things happened to him in the past. I was like, no, and we were one-upping each other.
Girl, so he's not even in your league.
He just looked at me. I was like, yeah, have you ever ruined a futon? So Mary Jo's here.
Hey, Mary Jo.
And she's got a stuffed bunny. And her and Charlene are writing a children's book called Billy Bunny.
Oh.
And it looks just like Billy Bunny. And, which is funny because in the episode of Murder, She Wrote, there's Billy Zane.
Yes. Very young.
Kind of
attractive.
Kind of cute. Yeah. Still kind of weird looking, but kind of cute, right?
Yeah. It's very strange.
I mean, I would have.
I wouldn't in the 90s. I wouldn't have said no.
Welcome to the 90s.
Right? But
yeah, well, girl, back in the 90s, you were probably
late 90s.
You were probably too young for it.
Late 90s.
After that one pube finally came in.
I hate you so much.
Well, you got 1, I got 30 million, so here we are.
As soon as you turn 10. Hello, Baltimore.
Oh, God. Anyway.
Oh, my God. I think our lives were actually like it was like the movie Hairspray.
It kind of was, yes.
You wake up, good morning, Baltimore.
Oh, God. It's like heading to the smelling cat in downtown Statesville. Good morning, Statesville.
Exactly.
And this is the Revco where I get my cigarettes because I'm underage.
Right. You didn't have big hair. You just had hair everywhere.
Mm-hmm. So Julia's friend Catherine can review. She's an editor at a publishing house.
Oh,
Probably Publishers Clearinghouse, to be honest with you. Anyway, she can review it next Monday. But or she can, as long as they have it to her within a week, by next Monday, she can review it because she's getting ready to head out to the Caribbean for God knows how long. Right? If this woman can't like
with Kathy Lee Gifford. Willard Scott, what are you doing here?
If they could see us now out on this fun ship cruise, breathing the sea air and doing what we do.
Doing what we do.
Well, Anthony or Bernice are here too, and we find out that Anthony's been teaching Consuela how to drive too. So we don't get a lick of Suzanne in this, but we do get a little bit of Consuela.
Yes.
And like we found out Bernice videoed the whole thing because she won't send it into America's Funniest Unsolved Mysteries.
That should have been a real show.
With Peter Stack as the host again.
As soon as she said it, they should have been like, wait, that should be a thing.
Well, Mary Jo leaves. She's going to go to the bank. She asks if there's enough petty cash. Yeah, everything's fine. Charlene goes to the back because Anthony needs some help with figuring out some catalogs. And Mary Jo comes in and it's like, there's a surprise. Girl,
What?
it's Bill.
What? Oh, Bill's back.
Did we even know he was gone?
Yes, they talked about it a lot.
Oh God,
A
why?
lot.
Yes.
Remember all of the World War II crap and the flashbacks and the bad dreams and the
They couldn't have just killed him instead of
that would have been a much better episode.
Oh God. Well, the most milquetoast actor in the world is back on this series. Aren't we thrilled? Luckily, I think it's only for this episode.
Yes. Goodbye, Bill Stillfield eventually.
Well, Mary Jo calls Charlene out. Charlene comes out and just drops the magazine. It's Bill! And starts crying and like, thank you. Well, you don't have to thank me. I'm thanking the Lord. See,
that was the one line from this episode that came flashing back to me after all of these decades. I knew that next line so clearly. It's just like, oh jeez.
So speaking of lines and that, have you heard what song Donald Trump has been using at his rallies?
Yes.
My Heart Will Go On. From Titanic.
Yes.
Did you read Celine Dion's official response, which was please we do not etc. do not allow the use of the song, etc. Also, this song really? Question mark. Also, I have one more little Donald Trump story for you.
Yes.
So he was in Bozeman, Montana this past week.
Okay.
Doing a rally there. Bozeman, he couldn't fill the stadium he was at. Because Bozeman is like the only liberal city in all Montana. I knew
that about Bozeman just from like a couple of the accountants.
Yeah. So it is where the university is. So he could not fill the thing and he was complaining about it. So he didn't go to 5 N-words outside of Billings, Montana. Billings, Montana, the five billboards. You got the joke there. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So many N-words in that movie. It's uncomfortable. Anyway, yes. He couldn't go to Billings because his campaign never paid the stadium for the last time he was there in 2020.
What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. He still owes the money, so he couldn't go to. They refused to have him.
What? I don't understand. Like, how he ran for president over 4 years ago now. How have they not gotten paid?
Well, Bernice asks, where's he been? And Julia's like, the Persian Gulf. And she's like, oh, that's right. Operation Panty Shield.
That is true. That is what we call George Bush Sr.
So Charlene sits down, she starts talking to Bill and asks if General Schwarzkopf looks like Jonathan Winters, just doesn't do the silly jokes. And that one's for you, Maim. That's like the best joke of this entire horrible episode.
Oh, yeah. I have to admit, I mean, this is a stupid thing because this should not be my reaction, but this episode and all the references was like a very kind of nostalgic feeling thing because it just reminded you of all the things you've forgotten about from that time period. Like between Schwarzkopf, Jonathan Winters, for goodness sake, like all of these stupid things. You're like
the American Benny Hill, if you would. That's why I always thought as.
That's how he acted, right? It was just so funny. You're just like, geez, the 90s and the late 80s was such a strange time.
Jonathan Winters was Benjamin Button before Benjamin Button was Benjamin Button. Because Mork and Mindy, they aged backwards. God, that was weird.
Yeah. It's so weird. He was a weird fella.
He was. Was he a gay?
I don't know.
Oh,
I think I'm not sure. He did seem to enjoy playing his mother a lot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. The cat's throwing up a hairball as we speak. I'm going to clean that up eventually.
I hope it's eventually sooner rather than later.
I hope so too. They really gross me out so much.
It's kind of like sooner rather than later.
Yeah, sooner. Okay. Or my husband will clean up sooner.
Okay, I mean either one is fine.
Oh no! It was just coughing. It wasn't actually. We're clear.
Oh, cool.
We're clear. Even better.
Yes.
Love it when that happens.
Result.
Gold. So it's later on, and we're at Charlene and Bill's, and she's created a fire in what appears to be the middle of summer in Georgia.
It's a vibe.
I guess that's back when AC still had this good old CFC, so that thing would work and keep it cold no matter what. She's got a birthday cake to where he to celebrate the birthday he missed.
Yeah.
He opened some champagne and she goes upstairs to get a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ring-a-dingy, Mary Jo's here.
Oh, hi, girl. Hey.
And Bill welcomes her, and she's like, we were going to work this weekend to get this book done, and I guess Charlene didn't tell you, but am I interrupting? Am I interrupting? Because I can leave if I'm interrupting. Well, Charlene comes down and in a little ugly ass nightgown with a big yellow bow on top of it. Like that, what kind of that ain't sexy, girl? That's just too much tulle. That ain't sexy, girl. That's just too much tulle. There we go. I wrote that one down for posterity. Oh God. And she's like,
I know so many drag queens that need to hear that.
Mm-hmm. Girl, speaking of, aren't you thrilled that Eureka went home this week?
I'm not thrilled. I feel bad for her.
I love
things going on.
Yeah, and I love Eureka. Well,
I'm thrilled for the competition because she was struggling from the very beginning. Like, honestly, and her one trick of doing the high kick now is just like,
yeah,
girl. Now I will say, when they were doing the lip sync, and she clearly struggled to get back up, that's when I was like, you really need to go home, because like there's a lot of things going on here that, you know, you've converted yourself into a park and bark, and you need to just accept it. It's fine. Now, you have a bad knee. You messed it up.
Which is the thing. I love Eureka. Like, I have seen her perform once or twice now. Like, I just don't think, I think her outside of Drag Race is far more compelling than her on Drag Race now. Like, We're Here, which is tainted, and I'm sure that's part of what caused her, is tainted because of Shangela, because either she knew or she didn't know, and she feels completely betrayed by it, right? Like,
yeah.
And it both that and seeing her live is a completely different experience than ever watching her on Drag Race, right?
It's true.
And I like, I think it's since she lost that lip sync to Silky Nutmeg Ganache, it's just not been the same. You know, lost but stayed. Let me add that, lost but stayed on the show.
I mean, let's be honest here. Silky left a lot of people's wigs forever snatched. Forever snatched.
Forever snatched. Forever snatched.
I to this day, and this is just my own person, to this day, if any person should have gotten an honorary crown at this point after that run of hers, she should have gotten that crown, because that was one of the most impressive things I've ever witnessed.
And also on the, I was listening to Race Chasers, which is Willem and Alaska do a little Drag Race view, and they were talking about the All-Stars, best All-Stars, come back for charity All-Stars, whatever it was. And they were talking about the finalists, and they're like, well, Georges is in the final, right? Georges won the talent, right? And they're like, oh, well, that's some choices. That's a choice.
Race Chasers has been on that show's neck lately. I'm telling you.
Yup.
Because nowadays, those two really don't care at this point. They are on their necks.
Yeah. Look, so where are we at in this mess?
Mary Jo just interrupted the
so Mary Jo rushes off, and Charlie's like, no, stay. And Bill's like, yeah, just she could stay. She could, let's stay. So it's a little bit later. Bill and Charlene are looking at each other, everything. Mary Jo goes to pick up the popcorn, then they like start kissing. And they Bill and Charlene are like, you know what? We need to find a way to get rid of Mary Jo. Because you know, we need some alone time. And so Bill decides to go to bed, and Charlene decides to go to bed, and Mary Jo's like, well, I'll just stay down here and keep working if that's okay. Well, actually, doesn't say if that's okay. I'll just stay down and keep working. And Charlene's like, well, you shouldn't have to drive home. Why, do you want to stay in our guest room?
This whole episode should have never existed. Just plain and simple.
We'll get to that in the end. Like I have opinions because I know Southern people. It ain't no matter how nice you're gonna be, you ain't ever that nice.
No,
I have never. If they're drunk, yes, but never.
Like, this is
never. Never. She's not blood. She ain't drunk. What is she doing?
It's not even the blood thing. It's just like, I'm just like, how?
And
we'll get to it.
We'll get to that. What's the next day? We're at the Sugar Bakers again, and Bernice is here. We found out Julia's out taking her test, and Bernice is getting ready to send off to the video thing, and she hands over Charlene asks for the tape, and Bernice is like, well, they didn't tell me I need a tape. She thought about going back and giving them a piece of their mind, but maybe the one piece she has left that works.
I love that woman.
Well, Julia's here, but she didn't get a license. because Consuela was cheating off Julia's, like, kept on tapping her shoulder and like getting the results from Julia.
Mm-hmm.
And then she went through the drive-through at their DMV incorrectly. The drive-through window.
What drive-through window? DMVs
Well,
don't have drive-throughs.
She took the Cadillac and drove through the window. And Anthony's is a little scared.
Suzanne just got that Cadillac though. Suzanne just got that car.
Well, she did. I didn't know she did because it's not really been talked about, but she apparently did. And I thought
you were supposed to be like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. And then like Anthony's a little scared because he thinks that Consuela cursed him because she sent him a goat's head, and Charlene's like, no, her family just does that. Next page.
Oh Lord, that's how you know she doesn't like this episode.
Well, Charlene complains to Julia about Mary Jo, and Mary Jo and Anthony are like, well, that doesn't sound like, or Julia and Anthony are like, well, that doesn't sound like Mary Jo. Did you invite her? Well, yes. Well, have you told her not to? Well, no. Have you thought that actions have consequences, Charlene? Well, no, I did not. Thank you.
I mean, she doesn't normally.
Have you ever heard of personal responsibility, Charlene? Well, no. No, I haven't.
Mama and Daddy just used to do everything for us.
Well, Mary Jo's here, and she's talking about how they're going to meet tonight, blah blah. And Charlene's like, well, no, we I need time with Bill. Mary Jo has a little bit of a hissy fit. It's like, well, I guess we just won't get it done ever. And like, pout, storm out.
Which was absolutely not warranted.
No, it was not. Well, we're back at Charlene's, and Charlene is sitting there talking to Bill, and he asks if she asks if he thinks Angela Lansbury's sexy because she thinks one day she'll look like Angela Lansbury. That's not true. Jean Smart looks fan-fucking-tastic right now. Like, not that Angela Lansbury didn't, but Angela Lansbury was always on a little homely side. No, Jean Smart's still kind of a cougar. Do you agree?
I mean, no, I do. And I love that we finally reached that moment in time. And I had not even realized that we'd have that moment where our two shows would cross-section each other, cross-section each other.
Yeah.
That was wild.
It was wild. It was wild. Question for you. Do you like Hacks? Have you watched Hacks?
Oh, yes.
I haven't watched third season, but the first two are pretty good. I mean, the first one's fantastic. Second one's pretty
Honestly, now that I think about it, after Hacks eventually ends, she could easily do a Murder, She Wrote reboot.
Yeah.
Easily.
That's not her style though. She's too.
No, it's not her style, but I'm like, it could be like, I mean, it wouldn't be exactly the same, but like, I could see her doing it. I mean, they're rebooting Matlock at this point. So
actually,
why not?
Do you know what crazy person I would put in there? And this is an absolutely insane statement I'm getting ready to say. Susan Sarandon.
I could see that.
Just because she's got that little bit of standoffishness to her, that JB has, and like
I can see that,
and like just she's awkward. If you want to go British again, God, the British people are either way too old or way too young, aren't they?
I think Imelda Staunton could do it.
Who is that?
She was the evil lady from Harry Potter that wore all pink.
Yes, she could. She's also I feel like she gives off too much of a sinister vibe though. Like no matter what she does, she's always a little bit too.
It's true.
Too.
No, you're right. As soon as you said that, I was thinking about, because she does a lot of like the West End stuff, and like I watched some performance of hers, and I was like, this feels different. I'm not used to hearing this song. Like, it's just her.
Yeah.
It's just something about her. I can't remember what the song was, but I was like, this feels very different. than the normal vibes of this song.
Yeah.
And not sure why that is. It's because she just has a slight edge to her vibe.
There we go. There, I got it in one. I Googled 60-year-old British actresses.
Yes.
And it came up in one, and I don't know why I didn't think about this. Emma Thompson. That would be such a step down for her, but she would be perfect. Like there's it would be so weird. It would be so good. Now, there's another one who's probably right up there with it. Oh God, what's her name?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, who? Tim Burton's wife. Why is it
Helena Bonham Carter. Woof, that would be interesting.
Yeah. You could make it just a little darker, but she wouldn't. You would be completely. It'd be completely believable that she was not faced by any kind of murder.
Right, like I almost feel like it would be even better because you could make her like slightly fascinated by the murders.
Yeah.
She's about the only woman that could pull off that weird vibe right down the middle.
Yeah. And it's completely believable that she's a murder writer, that she was an English teacher.
Yeah.
Well. See, there you go. Mm-hmm.
We got to call CBS.
Better call somebody.
Let's call CBS.
Tell me about somebody. Ooh, baby girl. Sorry. I do apologize to you and Mary Jo's here. And what Bill goes to the other room. I don't remember why. But Mary Jo's here. Oh, he went to go shower. That's what it was.
Yes.
Mary Jo's here, and she finished the book. So okay. Charlene immediately starts reading it and editing it, and like giving critiques. So they start fighting. Bill comes downstairs and's like, this house is not big enough for the three of us. So Charlene, I think you need to leave. And he's like, y'all, blah blah blah, bunnied them. They make up. Bill says, "Hey, did you get my peach cobbler?" No. Charlene offers some to Mary Jo, and Mary Jo's like, "No," and just rushes out. Do 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 do.
Wow.
Well, there were no jokes in like the last 10 minutes of this episode.
No, but like you just compressed the last 6 minutes of this episode.
No, it was 10. It was the entire last like half.
Was it?
Yeah, it was very long. And did not warrant it. So, Maim, did you find yourself a Miss Georgia World?
Yes, I'm gonna give it this time to that outfit Julia wore when she came back from the DMV.
That white and black number with the brooch. Oh yeah, girl. When she came in flowing, I was like, yes. The best thing of the best part of the entire episode was that outfit. God,
it was just like yes, Julia. Yes.
So, Maim, did you like this episode?
No.
Okay, good. No, it was bad. It was bad. So let's start where the fault lies, with the fault in our stars.
The entire premise of this episode.
Yes, like Mary Jo would never act like this.
Mm-mm.
Charlene, although she may be too nice, like she would.
This is okay. So number one. This is that same thing I told you before, where we have this weird pendulum shift for Mary Jo again, where we're like, here's super independent Mary Jo, and now we're back to like clingy and emotionally attached and all of this Mary Jo.
I will say that the thing that I could see Mary Jo doing would be going there after forgetting that he was there. Like that part I could see.
That part made sense.
And I could even see Charlene going, okay, you could stay But she is smart enough to excuse herself. She is smart enough to excuse herself. This is poor writing. This is piss poor writing.
In no way, shape, or form would a person whose husband has been gone for 8 months and is back from war. No, there's
good God,
no,
Joe. What is it good for?
There's absolutely nothing. No way. There's no way. There's no way that this would happen like this.
No,
like
no.
Just unless you were, because Mary Jo is not that non-self-aware. That's just stupid.
What would have actually happened was Mary Jo didn't have her kids. She would have gone, realized that they were there together, and probably taken Olivia with her. Is probably what. Would you like to have time without Olivia? That is probably what would have happened.
Episode over. I would have much rather had an episode and loved to have watched an episode with Julia and Anthony and Consuela off in the distance, sitting at the DMV and interacting with all the crazy people in the Atlanta DMV.
Yes.
That
girl,
would have been
think about it.
Me.
We lost Hal Holbrook in a shitty episode. We brought Bill back in a shitty episode. Oh yeah, JD's when he was there was a shitty episode too. Like, what the world?
It's closing up. It's closing up storylines in the worst possible way.
I mean, yes, this does allow Gene Smart to move on. Like, hey, he's back. Well, he's probably gonna get deployed. I don't remember exactly why. It's either retires or gets deployed somewhere else.
I think he gets moved to another base or something like that.
Good. And then we get Jan Hooks next season, which, God almighty. Yeah. Oh God. Sorry.
She gets some good zingers in there.
Oh, I love Jan Hooks. Like she's
she does
funny.
Get some good zingers in.
That's the thing. I often say, my husband say, well, which one do you feel like you are? I was like, well, I've always wanted to be the Julia, but I'm probably the Suzanne, but most likely I'm the Jan Hooks.
I mean,
Darlene, is that what her name is? Well, we'll find out soon.
Don't be mad, but I would have said you were Darlene maybe 15 years ago. But as you've aged, you've turned more into a BJ.
Oh, I'm fine with that. Look.
You are definitely you are BJ at this point. Even
that's fine.
Just your entire persona is BJ at this point.
Well, we only get one season of her. Why don't you tell our dear listeners, this is going to be a short episode, Maim, because I just can't handle it anymore. Why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you?
Hey, dear listeners, me, Auntie Maim, your favorite relation. You can find me hosting 2 karaoke nights in Miami Beach now. So Monday nights, I'm at the Gathering. Thursday nights, I'm at Clear Idol. You can follow me at Auntie Maims with an S on Instagram, and just go to I'mYourAuntieMaim.com if you want to get connections to everything else I'm doing, because there's more than that, but whatever. How about you, Mams?
Hey, y'all, I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me online at DivineMissMims.com. Hey, Maim. Did you know we have Patreon?
What?
That's right. Get Patreon.com. Mims and Maim, you can throw some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know we have another podcast?
What?
That's right. There's only one right there. It's called You Slay Me. It's our merch rate podcast. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have merchandise? That's right. You can MimsMaim.com. You can buy something. Hey, Maim. Maim.
Yes.
Do you know what I love?
Yes. You love a good 5-star review.
That's right, dear listeners. If you do find it in your heart, leave us a 5-star review. I don't know. That was bad. Let's move on. Hey, babe.
Yes.
Did you know that I've found naked pictures of people you know? Hey, babe. Did you know that our dear listeners can reach out to us if they want to?
What?
That's right. They can send us an email, mimsandmaim@gmail.com. Hey, Maim, do you have anything else to add?
No, we
The
got
one-
one more till the end, guys.
Why don't you say one more to the girl? There's still like 3 more episodes left in this season.
Only one more episode.
3 more. I just looked.
Was it?
Yeah.
I looked on Hulu. I thought there was only one more
No,
episode left in the
girl.
season.
No, girl. No, girl.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, why don't you say
No.
goodnight, Maim?
What a dark way to end this episode. Good night, Maim.
Bye, y'all.